The 35 states in Nigeria, including the FCT, converge on the ancient city of Benin to showcase their talents in the various sporting events: athletics, football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, wrestling, boxing, hockey, cycling, golf, weightlifting, and many more. Date 2nd April to 14th April 2021. President Muhammadu Buhari will virtually declare the Sports Fiesta open on April 6, 2021. Main venue is the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City. Events will also hold at other centers across the state. Spectators and officials are expected to comply with the COVID-19 protocols. Edo State is ready to be a good host. Be part of this historic event. Signed, Media and Communications Subcommittee.
The ancient city is calling. Oh, arise, sons and daughters of the land. The king of the city is marching. Stand up high to the pride of the land. The founding fathers have labored, and our time to serve is now. The glory of the new Edo nation will forever be our pride. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Our treasures are found in all nations, and our greatness is second to none. Our history forever shall be written, how our kings have endured all times. Our people cultured in unity, our hearts beat for the land. Rich culture, stories of heroes, legacies forever be. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be. Unite and stand with each other, forgive and let it go. Together we can stand, come what may, and the future lies in us. Teach our children to teach their children what our fathers taught. To fear and love the Creator, only then shall we succeed. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, you're the heartbeat of Nigeria. Beautiful Edo, glorious Edo, stars are singing over you. You're the land people dream to be.
You are welcome, National Sports Festival, Edo 2020.
Here comes the sports extravaganza you have been waiting for, the 20th edition of the National Sports Festival. This is going to be the thrill of the decade, as hundreds of youths across the 35 states in Nigeria, including the FCT, converge on the ancient city of Benin to showcase their talents in the various sporting events: athletics, football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, wrestling, boxing, hockey, cycling, golf, weightlifting, and many more. Date 2nd April to 14th April 2021. President Muhammadu Buhari will virtually declare the Sports Fiesta open on April 6, 2021. Main venue is the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City. Events will also hold at other centers across the state. Spectators and officials are expected to comply with the COVID-19 protocols. Edo State is ready to be a good host. Be part of this historic event. Signed, Media and Communications Subcommittee.
Hello and welcome to Edo 2020 Live Studio. 3 days to go, counting down to the National Sports Festival. My name is Habiba Oyege Oyarekwa, your regular host on the program. And today we are going to be chatting with a security expert. He's a former chief security officer to Comrade Adam Saliu Shumale as governor, and of course he was also a chief security officer to Governor Godwin Obaseki. Today he is a security advisor to Edo State government. He's no other person than Yusuf Haruna, CSP retired. You are welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking out time to join us in the studio. Your phones have been ringing non-stop. I know that you have a lot of things to attend to. Now, you are part of the security committee for the Edo 2020. So what would you say is the level of preparedness regarding security for this sports festival?
I'm actually the project manager security.
Okay.
At the LOC level, and we have been in this process for over a year, and this event was postponed as a result of the outbreak of the pandemic, the one that is codenamed COVID-19, and again, events has suffered postponement, but we thank God that the federal government, collaborating with the Edo State government, they have come up now, and the 2nd of April has been fixed as the takeoff date for this very, very special sports festival, and it will terminate on the 14th of April. 2021. Yeah. Talking about the security of this sports festival, we already developed a structure, even from the first date before it was postponed and postponed again. Though a lot of changes has occurred, and we have been moving along with the changes, and a very robust structure has been established because Edo State government have been working, and enjoying the robust relationship between all the security agencies and the government of Edo State. So we are in touch with all the security agencies, and we meet virtually every other day on this, and we review the security strategy and the distribution of men and other logistics. And I think we have taken our time to go around all the venues of the sporting events and the game villages where the athletes will be camped. And for us, myself also working with all the security agencies, I think we have come up with a very standard, what we can call a world-class security architecture to handle this sport event. And we have designed security in about 3 phases. We have the unarmed train, and they are still going to train even as we speak, to manage the crowd and also to enforce COVID-19 protocols. Those ones will handle the inner ring, those ones that will be within the premises of the events. And we also have the armed squad that will provide the outer security for both athletes and the officials of this great event. We also have motorized security operatives that will be strategically positioned at all the black spots and places that we consider necessary to have a security. Edo State will be completely locked down in terms of security for the purpose of this sports festival.
Okay.
The traffic management will be super because we have the Federal Road Safety. We also have the Edo State, the one we call ESMA, the Edo State Traffic Management Agency. We have the power, we also have the police constabularies, all of this. All these resources we are putting into full use, and everybody is getting ready for this very, very important sports festival.
As a security expert, what are the hot spots for you?
Well, every aspect of the game is a hot spot. Because you see, the thing is, criminals don't carry signboard. And criminals are usually very, little, but can cause destruction. So for us, we are not taking anything for granted. We are taking every event and every minute of this event from beginning to the end as hotspots. So we don't want to give any chance or allow any loophole that any criminal element will want to take advantage. So for us, we are taking every minute and every bit of this event seriously. We are not going to allow any space.
So how do you intend to secure the participants at the Games Village and the competitions venue?
You're talking about two things now. The Game Village, this is where all the athletes are camped. And we have made arrangement for the security that will be escorting them to and fro the event venues, and we have also made a separate arrangement for security that will protect the accommodation arena.
Okay.
In terms of 24/7, 24 hours a day, from day one to the end of till they depart Edo State. This arrangement has been firmed up. Security will attach to them at every moment. And also at the venue, like I said, arrangements have been firmed up of the people that provide security at the inner and the outer ring, and all the strategic locations within the Benin metropolis.
Okay. So what are the likely security threats that you anticipate with the oncoming festival?
There's no security threat because Edo State government, aside this sports festival, had designed a robust security architecture. And that's why, even when we have jailbreak during the NSAS, in a very quick succession, this architecture was activated and we're able to put that under serious check. And that's why most of the escapees, I mean, a very large number of them have since been rearrested and sent back to the correctional custodies. So for us, we are on top of our game. Issue of insecurity, we have developed a robust security architecture. As I say, security is local, and we have since domesticated that local content by activating vigilante across the 1,416 communities in Edo State, across all the streets, and every part of Edo State where we felt that people may want to hide or hibernate or plan their various activities. So for us, the network is very strong. We have a strong security network. Anybody, if any criminal element sneak into Edo State today, in less than 2-3 hours, someone must call us. The governor and the government of Edo State have established a command and control center, and this is very effective. We have people who receive calls across the 18 local government to tell us there's a strange person here or there's a strange movement, and security are deployed within the shorter period of time. Security will surround the entire place. So for us, we are home and dry.
So
we are
you're
good.
saying that there is no cause for alarm?
There's no cause for alarm.
Let me just ask you this. Have you been vaccinated?
Of course. I have been vaccinated.
And how did you feel?
Oh, I feel good. Because
Did you have fever or something?
No.
At the initial stage, did you feel any pain?
No, it's the normal vaccine to just have a little pain around where the vaccination occurred, and within 2-3 days, and it was over. I encourage everybody to, present themselves for this vaccination because it's good. Just like any other outbreak in the past, polio and all that, vaccine is what they use in taking them out on a sustainable measure. So for me, it's the same thing. Coronavirus has come and we have to learn to live with it. So if you are not, if you can be a carrier, but the coronavirus may not be able to attack me as it stands today because I'm already vaccinated. So I encourage all Nigerians to, present themselves for this exercise. And the benefit is 100%.
Thank you.
There's nothing to lose.
All right, if you are just joining us, this is Edo 2020 Live Studio, and we're chatting with Yusuf Haruna, CSP retired, and of course a security expert and security advisor to Edo State government. Don't go away, stay with us. We'll be right back.
You are welcome, National Sports Festival, Edo 2020.
Here comes the sports extravaganza you have been waiting for. The 20th edition of the National Sports Festival. This is going to be the thrill of the decade as hundreds of youths across the 35 states in Nigeria, including the FCT, converge on the ancient city of Benin to showcase their talents in the various sporting events: athletics, football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, wrestling, boxing, hockey, cycling, golf, weightlifting, and many more. Date 2nd April to 14th April 2021. President Muhammadu Buhari will virtually declare the Sports Fiesta open on April 6, 2021. Main venue is the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, Benin City. Events will also hold at other centers across the state. Spectators and officials are expected to comply with the COVID-19 protocols. Edo State is ready to be a good host. Be part of this historic event. Signed, Media and Communications Subcommittee.
You're welcome back to the program. Yusuf Haruna is still with us in the studio. Now, what is your advice to the athletes and the officials participating in the tournament in terms of security?
Well, my advice to the athletes is that in every game, there will always be a loser and a winner. But whoever loses today can win tomorrow. So the rancor that used to occur when someone loses, those frictions, we will advise that they should further develop their spirit of sportsmanship. Accept your defeat when you are defeated, and when you also are victorious, celebrate it. But that does not mean that the loser of today will not be a winner of tomorrow, because usually, sometimes, the athletes do believe that the judgment of the referees or the people in charge of it, sometimes they believe, because they cannot see as much as the referees says. So where rancor used to occur is when people felt that they are not fairly treated in terms of the judgment of the presiding referees in games. So, but they should take it easy. They should take it easy. Life is not as difficult. They should just play by the rules. And once they play by the rules, whoever wins, everybody is actually a winner. Because for them to have qualified to this level, I do believe that they must have put in a lot of efforts. So, just for them to take it easy. But for security, we are home and dry, and we are not going to charge at any athletes. We are here to advise and to support them to do their business.
Okay, and you are aware that we are going to have a very high influx of persons into the state during this festival. So what would you say to Edo people?
Well, we were even expecting much more persons. The first time before it was before the coronavirus.
It's cut down from 14,000 to 8,000.
But now that also Edo State government have already, the LOC I've made it point clear that all the activities will not entertain what's it called, the usual spectators who are usually the one that actually either encourage or discourage athletes. And the LOC have said all activities, all the sporting activities will be streamed live on all the social media handles. So for us to manage the 8,000 athletes that are coming into Edo State would not be a challenge, because all the games are not played in the same venue, and the timing of each of these games are also different. So for us, we have 24-hour security arrangement. So whichever hour, whichever location they want to engage in the sporting activities, we'll be there for them. We'll be there for them. We do not envisage any problem. I think it's been said at the LOC level that they will not be allow athletes who are not involved in a particular game to go there as a spectator. So you go for your game, you can watch your colleague on the social media handle as they do their business, but as long as this crowd thing is managed, and we are prepared to do so. All our men have been tutored and they have been trained on how to manage crowds. So I do not think, but I also encourage those who have not been vaccinated to quickly do so, as it has formed part of the rules of the game now.
I just went to the page of Governor Godwin Obaseki, and Kennedy Nehar is asking, said, I'm hearing the venue will be moved to Abuja.
That's laughable. Anyway, I've had it too. But the thing is that, you see, there are this pocket of this unscriptural elements. They are always out to send fake information to members of the public. I don't know for which reason they actually like to do so. This is a festival that we have about 3 days, but then,
or should we say signed,
sealed, and delivered. And the standard of the equipment, the standard of the facility that have been put in place is second to none. So it is, it's unthinkable that anybody will now just think that, oh, just all of a sudden. The thinking of some of these guys is that they think Rome was built in a day. The Nigerian government, or even the federal government, did not just arrive at saying those you host if they have not come to inspect what Governor Godwin Obaseki and his team has put in place. It's a world-class facility that is here. And we employ everybody to come and have a taste of it. And they will like to come back again. It's second to none. It's not, we're not here to say what's unreal. Just come to Edo State and we are ready to conduct you around the facilities, and they will be convinced that really, we are really ready for this competition and even further competitions. So
you said earlier that we have unarmed trained security personnel. Now, how are these unarmed trained personnel going to be able to manage maybe the crowd? At times when you go for an event, you want to watch the event, and at the end of the day, maybe they will not start telling you that you cannot watch this event because of so and so. So in such a situation where you have an angry crowd, how do you think these people that are unarmed will be able to manage those people?
We're not going to have any angry crowd. No, we're not going to have any angry crowd.
Even at the open fields?
Listen,
you can monitor that of Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium, but you cannot actually prevent people from going to some other venues.
No, the good thing is that most of the venues are all fenced or barbed wired.
And you think people cannot scale the fences?
Why will any same person do so? But if they do so, like I said, we are not in short of the force the number of security men to curtail such persons. But I do not think any same person will do that. But if they choose to do so, the people are there to manage. We will have enough security men on ground to manage any situation.
All right.
The armed men, the unarmed men are in there. The armed men will surround. They will give protection around the venue. So, I mean, and we also have the information network. If anybody is planning evil, as far as this festival is concerned, they should just go and have a change of mind, because we are not sleeping here. We are not.
All right. So what last word do you have for the participants? All of them. All of them. What last word do you have?
My last word is I wish them all the very best.
All right. Wishing you all the very best. Coming from Haruna Yusuf, CSP retired security advisor to Edo State government, and of course former chief security officer to Adams Oshiomhole and Mr. Godwin Obaseki, governor of Edo State. So I'd like to say a big thank you to you for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me, and I thank Nigerians, and I thank everybody that's watching us all over the world. We are here. Our numbers are very, it's everywhere. They need our contact in case of any information. We just reached the anchor of this program, and we'll be ready to pick all calls, irrespective of where the person is calling from. We are ready to pick calls and respond to our people in a way that, we partner with them in security, in bringing development to Edo State. Our business here is to ensure that Edo State is peaceful enough for both local and foreign investors to come and have a taste of good life. That's our business here, and we are not going to joke about that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, at the next edition of this program, we are going to broadcast the security numbers that you can reach out to our security operatives during the sports festival. 3 days to go. Meanwhile, over the weekend, we're all at Warri to celebrate with the captain of Ogunu Golf Resort, where he had his captain's inaugural. Of course, the governor was there, the deputy governor was there, I was there, and Ranito Uyi Akbata, the chairman of Edo Cricket Association, and we had a chat with him. So we are now going to play that interview for your pleasure. Please stay with us.
You are welcome, National Sports Festival. Edo 2020.
Here comes the sports extravaganza you have been waiting for. The 20th edition of the National Sports Festival. This is going to be the thrill of the decade, as hundreds of youths across the 35 states in Nigeria, including the FCT, converge on the ancient city of Benin to showcase their talents in the various sporting events. Athletics, football, volleyball, basketball, swimming, wrestling, boxing,
State is hosting
golf,
the
weightlifting, and many more.
20th edition of the National Sports Festival, and also the Edo team will be taking part in the cricket tournament. May we meet you, sir?
Thank you very much. My name is Uyi Akbata. I'm the chairman of Edo State Cricket Association. I've held this position almost for 5 years, since His Excellency Godwin Obaseki came to power.
So you are aware that Edo State is hosting the 20th edition of the National Sports Festival, and also the Edo team will be taking part in the cricket tournament. So what do you have to say?
We are all extremely excited. First, that what's going to be arguably the biggest and best festival for a long time is being hosted by our states. We are all aware that the COVID-19 circumstances may make it somewhat muted, but I'm aware that His Excellency the Governor and His Excellency the Deputy Governor, who has been chairing the organizing committee, are quite keen that we demonstrate and we put up a show. For us, it's all about showing the rest of the world the excellent facilities that the government of Edo State has put in place across board. But specifically to cricket, I'm glad to say here that Edo State, where Edo Boys High School are high performance center there has the best cricket pitch in West Africa as of today.
So you are confident that Team Edo would win?
Extremely confident. Let's just go back a bit. We know that in the last 4 years, Edo State has arguably been the most successful cricket state. The under 15 tournament, we won 4 gold medals. Last Sports Festival, our female won gold and our males got bronze medals. We've started a very robust program where over the last 4 years, we've had most of our young talents playing. So as of today, as we speak, there's the National Cricket Championship being played again in Edo State as sort of like a prelude to this tournament, and Edo State has qualified for the semi-final, where we've used the youngest average age of players. Only one of the players is over 20 years old.
Are you aware that Edo State government has said that if you are taking part in the sports festival, you must be vaccinated and also be tested for COVID-19 about 72 hours before coming to site? Are you aware?
Extremely, I'm very well aware, and I'm glad to say the Edo State team, cricket team, did their vaccination about 4 days ago. So we're all ready and ready to go. And me as chairman, I did mine a week ago, although in Lagos my base, but working with the office of the deputy governor, the team, both for the boys and the female, and all the coaches, those of us in that cricket nucleus, we've all done this. We got the right support from His Excellency the Governor, and coincidentally, as a golfer, I was opportune to play with him today, and he reinforced the message that he really wants this festival to take place.
Now, what do you think this festival has in stock for Edo State economically?
Very excellent point. That's what I was going to say. Yes, we've got sporting talents. Each of these teams participating have a very excellent chance to win. So I believe we're going to give Delta State a good run for their money this year. But beyond that, those of us who work in the financial services sector, it's just going to create a huge opportunity for activities to start exploding in Edo State. Let's come and look at the excellent facilities. Let's go to see those who are going to have recreational events on the back of this festival. Let's see where the University of Benin and all those centers, with the people being there, I mean, just the economic activity generates. But more importantly, people who come for the festival are going to have an opportunity to come back to Benin again and larger Edo State because of the sheer hospitality that we're going to be offering to all Nigerians and those from outside Nigeria during this period. So I think the festival itself has created a platform for economic activity to thrive. So if for every 1 naira that is invested in that in Edo State in terms of fiscal infrastructure, potentially over the next 5 years, those things should be reaped fivefold in terms of economic situation, economic empowerment of the people on the streets. I don't know to what extent we probably see this still happening, but I know, again, from my opportunity of being in the planning committee earlier, there's likely to be opportunities for people to have food fairs and rest around the Ogbe Stadium and some of the main centers. I mean, people just come in there and for general recreation and the entrepreneurs or small businesses just thriving and just doing their best things. So it's all exciting times. I'm actually getting ready to spend 2 weeks in Benin.
Okay, so for the benefit of those that do not know where we are right now, we are the Ogunu Golf Club in Warri, and we came for the captain's inaugural. Yes, like you said, you played with His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki this afternoon. So what are our chances when it comes to golf in this Edo Sports Festival, National Sports Festival?
Okay, luckily, whilst now my primary constituency has moved to cricket, because I felt there was a gap there. Cricket was the main foundation that gave me whilst going in school, and rest, I felt it was necessary to pay back. But everybody knows that I also have a huge passion for golf, where luckily I'm actively playing. I know Benin Club, which is my home club, is going to be hosting that tournament, and it's very, very unlikely that anyone will come and beat some of our excellent professional golfers based in that Benin club. So it's one of those sports we're looking forward to get medals. But again, more importantly, we know golf also attracts people from, what should I say, executives. So on the back of the festival, I know that they're going to be organizing series of events, just as the way this weekend has attracted a number of golfers from Lagos, from Asaba, and virtually all around the country. A number of people are here from Abuja. I'm aware that there is a special session that will take place on the back of this festival, so as to create that atmosphere. I also know that one or two centers are going to be creating some kind of VIP hospitality areas where, for me, it's just going to be 2 weeks of just letting down, enjoying ourselves, and I suppose showcase the best of those states as it were. So it's really just looking forward to these exciting times.
So what is your last word for Team Edo?
Let's say we are hosting to win, as the Deputy Governor always says, but we're going to host and win on the back of our strong values, excellent hospitality. We must be very disciplined in terms of what we are doing, and it's not win at all costs. At the end of the day, that's show warmth and friendship. Highly competitive, but know that there's going to be fair play across board. So let's just see that perspective, showing that, like anything in life, I mean, you can win in an extremely friendly atmosphere. At the end of the day, it's sports, arts and culture, and the unity of Nigeria that's at stake. And more than anything else at this particular time, I think the Edo State Sports, the National Sports Festival, Edo 2020s or 2021 as it is now, is going to be that sort of like bright sunshine or ray that we are expecting in what has turned out so far to be cloudy times on the back of COVID-19 and the consequent economic situation.
Thank you so very much, sir.
My pleasure anytime. Thank you.